first grade and happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are enjoying the beautiful sunshine before the rain sets in. Alright, today we're going to go ahead and continue on with our thumb up, thumb down fluency counting. And remember, if I stop in the middle, that means pause where you are. We're going to count by 10 and we're going to try to get ourselves up to 120. Alright, let's get started. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Alright guys, go ahead and grab your paper and your pencil and grab your listening ears because this problem that I have for you, it has 3 steps to it. So again, I'm going to read it twice and then we're going to review and dissect the problem so we can figure out what it wants us to solve for. Okay. Elena read 12 books this week. Evan read 6 books this week. How many fewer books did Evan read than Elena? How many books did they read all together? And the challenge, how many more books does Evan have to read so that he can read 1 more book than Elena? Alright, I'm going to read this one more time and then we're going to go through and search for clues and vocab that tell us what we're solving for. Elena read 12 books this week. Evan read 6 books this week. How many fewer books did Evan read than Elena? How many books did they read in all? And your challenge problem, how many more books does Evan have to read so that he can read 1 more book than Elena? Okay, so outright the problem tells us what each person read. We know that Elena read 12 books and we know Evan read 6 books. Our first question is asking, how many fewer books did Evan read than Elena? So we know with fewer, ask yourself in your head, is that telling us, are we taking them away or are we adding them together? With the word fewer, and if you said you're subtracting or taking away, then you are correct. So our problem for that is going to be 12 minus 6 equals a mystery box. Next, the next problem is telling us how many books did they read all together? So that vocabulary word all together is telling us something essential for solving that. It's telling us they want us to put it together what Elena and Evan read. So if you told yourself that's an addition, then you are correct, and that would be 12 plus 6. Equals a mystery box. And then the very last problem is saying the challenge one says how many more books does Evan have to read so that he can read 1 more book than Elena? Well, we know Elena read 12, so 1 more than that would be 13. So we have to ask ourselves, Evan read 6 plus a mystery box, right? Because we don't know how many he needs, equals 13. Okay, now let's think what our tape diagram is going to look like. I personally, for this problem, I'm going to set it up with 2 so that we can compare the 2 together. So I'm going to have Elena's and mark it with an A for her name. And we're going to put 12 in there because that's how many books she read. And then for Evan, we're going to mark his with an E. And he read 6. So, and then from here, and if you really wanted to, you could also tack on to Evan's a mystery box because that is the first, like we don't know how many more he needs to read to get 1 more. So, let's go ahead and start solving for our mystery boxes here. So, let's start with 12 minus 6. Now, if you know your doubles fact, you already know the answer to this, but if not, we can start off, we can go from 12 down to a 10, which is you took away 2. And then 10 down to 6 is 4. So ask yourself, what is 2 plus 4? And that should give you 6. Or doubles pack, like I said, then you know 6 plus 6 equals 12. So 12 minus 6 equals 6. So then for that solution problem, we are going to say that Evan read 6 fewer books. Now let's go to the all together one. So, if you want, you can split your 10 and your 2 from apart. You can split your 12 into 10 and 2 and just add your 1s. So then say 6 plus 2 more is 8. And then bring it back together with the 10. So 10 plus 8 should give you 18. And that sentence will be, they read 18 books together. Now for this problem, the 6 plus he has to read, we're trying to figure out how many more he has to read one more book than Elena. And Elena's total books read was 12. So to get one more, we already established that it was going to get to 13. So let's go getting ourselves, I like to get myself to a 10 and then add on my 1s from there. So 6 plus what number equals 10? And if you answered 4, you are correct. So that gives us to our 10 and we're getting to 13. So then 10 plus 3 equals 13. So you're adding 4 plus 3, and in your head, that should equal 7. So, Evan, that's our last one. Evan needs to read 7 more books. To read 1 more than Elena. Alright guys, that's all I have for you right now. Come and check my next video. We're going to continue solving problems using our quick 10s